Alright, after that hour and change, hour and 11 minutes, I think, give or take, long video from yesterday, we're back. We are kind of officially in a very new chapter of the game. We're speaking to Lord Haurchefant with the Before the Dawn quest, which I didn't even know that was the quest that we're getting. That is literally the quest that you have to do in order to get into Ishgard. It's where you can actually finally pick up like Dark Knight, Machinist, Astrologian. There might be another one I can't remember right now. Those three for sure, though. But anyway, cutscene, fade to black.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies.
He stands, hits his chest a couple times, as if to indicate himself as an ally, obviously. He's a good dude.
You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence.
Alphino is sitting kind of slumped over in a chair.
You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind.
He's still being very hard on himself, and, it hasn't been that long, obviously, so...
But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
The rest of my companions? I thought I just came here with Alphino. Who are the rest of my companions? So just a little bit north, kind of outside, and into that kind of like little bunker door that goes into the bottom of a stone wall. Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside? Upon proceeding to the several more cutscenes. Okay, fine. I guess this is what we're doing again. Let's go. Before the Dawn continues. Actually, I guess that was complete. So the next quest... Sorry, no. Turning it in completes the quest and then initiates the video. So here we go. Oh, Tataru's here. Alphino! Mercy! Is it really you? I forgot about her. Sorry. Her eyes kind of tear up. I'm so happy that you are... Fade to black. I tried contacting Renfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then the Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Philomene told me to run, and so I did. I ran until my legs burned and my feet ached, but I lost my way, and then... She looks over. I'm gonna wait for the person to show up before I read it. Dang it, it's not gonna let me. Okay. Fortunately, I observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. I think it's Alice. Well, it's not. It's a woman I've never met before. Oh, it's Yugiri with her pet. Oh my gosh. So to describe her, because we've only ever seen her with a mask and a hood, she has long flowing black hair, kind of a couple a couple widths of which, like a hand width, both on each side of her face, kind of go all the way down. In the back, it's tied into a long ponytail with a blue ribbon, and she has what can best be described as kind of like coral slash lizard like antlers or horns that kind of go back from over her ears. They might actually be her ears, I don't know. Like over her ears and all the kind of like back in a little bit of a curve, just kind of back behind her head. Nice kind of hazel, I'd say, eyes. She's also kind of got some kind of I don't know how to describe it, kind of lizard like on either cheek, kind of up below the eye and kind of out to the ear, where it might meet those kind of horns or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, along her entire cheeks and then down to her neck, kind of like lizard scales, kind of like. Ah yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. Oh yeah, he's up. Obviously, he's cool. When we told him what had happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently, Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, so we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did. My people are searching for the other Scions even as we speak, though we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. Ah, but you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only crystal braves await you there. Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true. What? You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true. Okay, believed to be like on the up and up. But rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor. Everybody just nod your head like this. There's a roaring fire.
'Tis all my doing.
Yeah, I love to talk.
I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes, and look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos, which was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
Her voice isn't as high as I remember. I can actually probably do it. Oh, Alphino. Haurchefant brings 3 steaming mugs.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Haurchefant.
Haurchefant, my bad.
'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
Fades to black. Oh, and then we got the credits, which we have Minfilia hugging Philamine, her mother. Number 2. I'm gonna see if I can, how much I can increase it. Because, you know, this is set up to let everybody who maybe hasn't had a chance to play the game or whatever. We have a picture of the Sahagins kind of praying to that crystal in order to summon Leviathan. And then Leviathan. And then we have the Ascians and their platforms that are kind of just floating in the abyss, with that central platform with White Ascian. And then we have Kane Senna at that lily pad kind of place that they call like the headquarters for all the important meetings. And then we have Ramu. And then Nanamo, tears in her eyes. We have a picture of Ishgard, like the inside of their kind of king's temple area. Lots of guards in a line with their pikes up. We have Emmerich and Lucia. And the king was sitting on the throne at the end of that picture. We have Shiva. And that new Empire Lord I don't remember the name of. Minfilia with that Nabriala's Ascian sitting in her chair. Midgard Sormer. The his eyes lit up red from when he was talking to, I believe, after the fight. Maybe before, I don't remember, it doesn't matter. And then the Scions, including Moonbrita, kind of looking at that like white crystal orosite floating in the air in the middle of all of them. Moonbrita with their axe in a battle cry. I think this means I might have to play. And then we have Minfilia kind of in her shackles, where we had to save her from Nabriala's. And then there's Nabriala's himself, in Minfilia's office, basically. I think he's destroying his old body because he survived. We have Ida in Papalimo's last stand, it looks like. And then Thancred with his daggers. If you can't hear the music, it's the same music from like the opening video. One of them at least. And speaking of which, I think I need to record the next video in the chronological order. We have Y'shtola with her hand lit up because she's casting something. Ida looks like Ida's behind her. So this is a different spot in the... Oh yeah, I think she was protecting everybody from that slashing arc strike from Ilberd. Now we have a sad Tataru. We have the spilled golden chalice of wine from Nanamo's death. And then we see the front of Ishgard, the gates, the castle beyond. And then it fades to black. And now we have like kind of a drawing of what might be oh my god, what's her name? Like the goddess that has been helping us all this time, Hydaelyn, in a bunch of maybe like the warriors of light. It also kind of seems to be a dragon. There's a person with a sword. There's a person with a staff, kind of white mage-like. Some, like around the edges, it's pretty blurred. It looks like Gaius Van Belsar's here. There's another guy with a longer sword, black armor. This might be the final image. We'll see. I'm going to check out the second video because I checked out parts of it. And I know, like, right off the bat, there are parts of it that were very spoilery, aka Nanamo's death. I'm not sure the rest of it is, but I'll have to check it again. Because they're always fun to share. People put a lot of work into them. I think they're pretty cool. That Battle of Cartano video with Bahamut and Louis Soir is beautiful. You, the viewer, are lucky. You can just fast forward through this. The best I could do is just make it 2 times as fast as normal. I hope you will pardon the sounds of me eating. I've only sold 4 Medicare policies in almost 3 weeks now, and I'm for sure at the bottom of our class of 74. I'm at the bottom, which is great. It feels really good to do super well in like the class portion, just learn everything super easily. Oh, election periods, I got it down. How Medicare works, I got it down. How Medicare Advantage plans that work, I got it down. Supplements, prescription drug plans, etc. Got it all down. Pass every test with 100. Except for one, because I got a stupid question wrong. Because I actually thought it didn't work the way that it did. And got it wrong. That's fine. I learned. The question was regarding somebody with Medicaid. Like, if somebody has Medicaid, then they also definitely have LIS. I was like, well, I know that if they have LIS, it's not guaranteed they have Medicaid. I thought it worked in reverse. I was wrong. I didn't have that note anywhere in my notes, and I didn't search for it because I thought I knew it. Anyway, literally that's the only question I missed in 3 weeks of class. And to go from that, go from second in class, I was top of the class until the very last kind of mock phone call. We were graded on how we took the call, how we gathered information. To go from, and I only got second in class. I was at the top until then. I missed 1 point out of 20, and it dropped I was at like a 99.83 for the class before that. It dropped me to a 99.13. And this other gal named Jane, she got a perfect score on that last phone call. And I think the only points she missed was like 1 point on one test and 1 point on another. And since those tests had a higher point value, so there were 50 questions or 80 questions, it was a much smaller dip in her overall percentage than mine. So she ended up first, I was second. But to go from understanding everything and be like, no, I get it. This is easy. I can explain it to anybody. I can help anybody with it. And then to get these calls, and these calls are not good leads. They're not people. They're not like, oh, this person called in to ask about Medicare, called in to find out about, and then, okay. We are flashing on that dark hallway that we had earlier where Lolorito and, oh, there they are. Lolorito and the lady in waiting that spiked the...
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
She spiked it. She killed Nanamo. So she's kneeling to Lolorito's back. And all he does is kind of grunt. Snarl a little bit. Now we're in another hallway that looks kind of like a maybe prison hallway. Yep. Raban's in jail. I've never seen this, so I was impatient. I didn't see Yugiri's face before this. So Raban is beat up, and he just kind of glares into the camera. Still missing his arm, still alive though. Now we have an Ascian, black-robed. And the white-robed Ascian behind him. Elidibus says, Nabrialis is no more. They couldn't voice this, really? La Habrea says, the ardor was not his to invoke, his demise was of his own making. This will be La Habrea's voice. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then? The earth is fertile, and the seeds well sown. By my will, they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. And La Habrea walks off into the darkness and fades out. Another dark-robed Ascian walks up behind the white-robed. Oh, no, never mind, it's already on Jay. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon, yours, mine, the fate of this very star. And he smiles. And it fades out on Urianger's face. No expression. And we see the bridge to Ishgard. We see the castle of Ishgard. We see the double gate leading to the bridge of Ishgard. One gate open, the other closed. You and the little Midgard Sormer.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond.
Nowhere's safe.
Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
I'm really excited to experience this storyline because I've skipped through all of it. Impaciente. Because I knew I'd be making these videos one day. I knew it wasn't with the characters that had already skipped everything else, so I really gotta get a new hat. That giant hat bugs me. It'll be a while, though. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavensward. Heavensward? That's the name of the next expansion. A new chapter of Game Plus. Alright, that's the end of this video. I'm gonna finish eating and figure out what to do next. I'll see you later.